Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Math 30-1, Chapter 6, Section 6, Combining Transformation Notes, Part 3. Now, standard trick, well, I just showed you one of the two standard tricks, multiple options for the graph, and you have to be careful where you start and where you start, and is it a sine or cosine? Now, the other trick they'll throw at you is it's not a complete wave. So you look at this graph and you go, oh, my minimum is at 7, my maximum is at 3. So if I plug the numbers in, max minus min, 3 minus 7, that's 10 over 2, which is 5. Max plus min over 2, 3 minus 7 over 2, which is minus 4 over 2, which is minus 2. And once again, you should be able to read that off the graph. Now, the problem with this graph, when you start going for the phase shift, the horizontal shift or the period. Now, because what's the wavelength? Well, we've only given you half a wave. This is minus 1 to 7. So 1/2 the wave is 8. So what's the full wave going to be? 16. So period is 2 pi over b equals 16. Cross multiply, b is 2 pi over 16, which simplifies to pi over 8. So I don't give you the entire wave. You've got to figure out the entire wavelength. So you can get the horizontal shift, and you've got to figure out the the phase shift. Where does this wave start? Well, it starts in the middle here, where it's going up and down to make one complete wave. I should be highlighting that. Up and down to make one complete wave. Now, offhand, that looks like it's at 3 comma minus 2. Now, just double check. If the peak is at 7 and the trough is at minus 1, halfway between 7 and minus 1 is 3. So that gives me a C value, phase shift of 3. So the nice graph for this, a nice equation, y is equal to 5 sine pi over 8 x minus 3 minus 2. So grab your graphing calculator, graph that. That's what you should get. Okay? Now, finally, and yes, I'm going fast, I expect you to be watching and doing graphing, but not copying out the notes. So, tan function. Now, they do not ask you, they generally won't ask for the equation of a tan function because you really have trouble figuring out what a is. Now, from this, it does look like d is 0. But what I have seen is questions regarding the horizontal shift, period, and phase shift. For a standard sine graph, which we did back in Chapter 6, Section 4, Question 5, ABC, I asked you to memorize and know what a sine, cosine, and tangent graph looks like. Now, pi over 4, pi over 2, so this is 3 pi over 4. This is minus pi over 4. So this is a period of pi. So period is pi over b equals pi. Cross multiplying. Once again, b is 1. Now, practice doing that. I don't care. Do it. Please do it. Now, what I have seen is questions regarding the period and the phase shift of this graph. So they won't ask what's A, B, C, D, but they'll ask what's about B and C. So notice the original graph, something like that. The graph went through the origin. Now where's it going? Pi over 4. So which means C is pi over 4. So this equation, we know B is 1 and C is pi over 4. So y equals tan of x minus pi over 4. Okay? Now, notice I don't know what A is. I'm not even going to try. But you should be able to come up with B and C for this. Now, and of course, graph the damn thing. And check your table of values. Please check your table of values. You've got some coordinates here, pi over 4, 0. That would be halfway between pi, hang on, sorry, 1/4, 2/4. That would be 5 pi over 4, 1 1/4 pi. And you've got coordinates there you can check, all right? You can also check your asymptotes. You should get a does not exist or error at 3 pi over 4 and minus pi over 4. So set your table of values to go up in quarter pies and see what happens, all right? Now, this is what I need you to be able to do. Any questions, shoot me an email. Otherwise, congratulations. Go do the homework. Good luck.